Hello, my name is Chris Shelton, coming to you from a beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood, with your DIY home remedies guide to health, happiness, and healing transformation. Today what I thought I'd talk about is nausea. Now there's different routes as to why nausea will show up, and one of the main organs, obviously, when we're looking at nausea is the stomach, but it's not always just the stomach that's out of balance when we have nausea. A lot of times too, that liver will play a big role in it. We actually did a video before, check it out on our YouTube page, for GERD and acid reflux. And it's the same condition, underlying condition. But in this case here, when we're talking about nausea, there's different things that we could do in order to help to reverse it. One of the simplest things as far as food goes is I would ask yourself, if I'm nauseated, do I crave something that's hot or something that's cold? So if you crave something that's cooling, for example, I would recommend mint tea, some fresh organic mint leaves, and mix it into hot water with some nabat. Now what is nabat? Nabat is rock sugar. So the energetic property of rock sugar is different than that found in refined sugar. And in the Persian culture, they actually call it nabat. Unfortunately, a lot of the Asian markets that I've been to, both in San Jose and here in Los Angeles, do not carry it. So I've always gone to the Persian markets in order to grab nabat. So what you're going to do to stop the nausea is you're going to put a couple small pieces of that nabat into a small cup of hot water and your mint leaves, and drink that down. That should cause the nausea to go away. If you're craving something that's warm, then I recommend ginger tea. So ginger is known to tonify the stomach, to naturally help to build qi in our body. And so it's actually one of the great things that we could do if we're having profuse vomiting as well too. So we'll do a video on profuse vomiting on a later day. So those are the two main things. Now obviously too, when we're looking at nausea, is we have to look at what is our situation for which we're eating under. Are we eating under stressful situations? Are we eating on the run? Are we standing while we're eating? Are we arguing while we're eating? Are we watching intense movies or the news while we're eating? These types of things will bind the qi in the stomach and not allow for us to digest properly. Why? Because if your sympathetic nervous system thinks you're in fight or flight mode because of some intense situation, whether in your home or something you're watching on the news, then guess what? The natural thing then is for the blood to be removed from the stomach, not 100%, but to move to the extremities and to the heart and lungs and the brain, so that way you could react. So the food will just sit there. So this is why I recommend eating in the present moment. And also avoiding greasy, fatty, fried food. I'd avoid alcohol, including wine and beer. The other thing too is that ice cold drinks. I would avoid ice cold drinks because those ice cold drinks actually will contribute to the nausea. So what kind of Qigong practices can we do? Well, two of my favorite practices, first and foremost, is massaging the yang organs. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our feet out, shoulders width apart. Inhaling, bring the arms up, shoulder height. Exhale and drop. Tip of the tongue gently curled to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth, as if saying the letter N. And as we inhale, we're going to imagine a golden light filling up into the stomach, the intestines, the gallbladder, the bladder. And then as we exhale, we're going to allow for any toxicity to leave out through the bottom of the feet and down deep into the ground. Okay? So as we inhale, to make this into a mindfulness practice, you could actually close your eyes gently. And then as you exhale, just allow for that darkness, which is the nausea, the stomach upset, to leave out through the bottom of the feet and deep into the earth. All right, so you could actually walk and do this practice if you wanted to. So if you actually took off your shoes and went for a walk in the park, that would be great to feel the earth underneath your toes as you did this. Or you could do it like how I'm doing it here on this short video. All right, so then from here, then we're going to stop, pulling down the heavens one time, inhale. And exhaling. Okay, a great exercise to help with nausea, a great Qigong exercise to help with nausea is the spleen cleansing exercise. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull down the heavens one time. And as we do this, we're going to allow and imagine that our fingers become like long hollow straws that go down deep into the earth. As I make a long inhale, I'm going to find a pivotal point on the ceiling, and then as I exhale, I'm just going to go ahead and turn. As I inhale, I'm going to allow for a yellow cloud to fill up into the left side of the body, and then as I exhale, going to allow for any worry or anxiety which will contribute to nausea to leave out through the bottom of the feet. All right, if my arms get tired, I could always bring my arms and coil back and forth here. Now, foods that you could do if you're nauseated would be mint leaves and nabat, which is rock sugar. So fresh mint tea with rock sugar, because the energetic property of nabat is different than refined sugar. If you want something that's warming, then I would recommend ginger tea. Charcoal, also in small amounts, could also help with this. Avoiding greasy, fatty, fried food and alcohol. And then watching and paying attention to how we're eating. Are we eating in stressful situations? Making sure we're in the present moment, not watching the news or having heated discussions. This all affects our digestive system, and this spleen move actually will help to clear out and cleanse the spleen and the stomach, and also help to release the discord which creates nausea. And then I come back to the middle, pulling down the heavens one time. Okay, so herb-wise, what we could go ahead and do too, if we know that we have a lot of frustration and anger, once again, all these recommendations that I make, always please check it out first with your primary care physician to make sure that there's no contraindications with any medications or any plans that your primary care physician has you on. So check that out first. But herbal-wise, there's a formula called curing pills. So if you're somebody that actually gets this fullness in what we call as the epigastric region, or the yellow quart region right here at the end of the sternum, then these curing pills could actually help with nausea as well too. If the nausea is due to stress, prolonged stress, then there's a formula that we like to get from Dr. Shen's out of Berkeley, California, called Free and Easy Wonder, and that formula is really good to help to move qi of the liver, which then if you move the qi of the liver, then guess what, it backs off on the stomach and aids in proper digestion. So these are some simple tips and some simple remedies in order to help to change the process that creates nausea and help you have a deeper understanding of the etiology behind this type of dysfunction. Another practice that you do if you're nauseated too is you could actually press right here. This is gardening vessel 26. So we have two major acupuncture vessels. So we have 12 major acupuncture meridians of the body, and then we have 8 extraordinary vessels of the body. 2 of those 8 extraordinary vessels, one is called the guarding vessel, goes up the spine, up over the top of the end, and ends right here. The conception vessel comes up the front, and the tip of it ends at the tip of the tongue. So that's why we always place the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth when we practice Qigong, unless we're doing some kind of healing sound or something, some other type of practice like that. So a great practice to do to stop nausea is to go ahead and press here. Now, you don't have to press hard, but you can gently massage this area. This also works if somebody you know is nauseated, and they'll allow you to press there. I mean, obviously wash your hands first, but gently press there, and this also will help with nausea. This also helps when somebody passes out by pressing here. This also helps with seizures as well too. So there's a very, very powerful point which you could also do in order to help to reverse the side effects of nausea. Okay, so there you have it. I'm Chris Shelton, signing off from a beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood, with your DIY home remedies guide to health, happiness, and healing transformation. And until next time, I will Qi you later.